You like beer? I like beer. You like bikes? I like bikes. You like Strava? I like Strava. We're going to talk about all three in today's very first episode of Pedaling Squares. And this episode is not coming out of the gate the way I had it planned. We are dealing with COVID-19. And despite COVID-19, we're going to get creative and we're going to meet my friends at Deadlow Brewery. Despite COVID-19, they're still brewing. You can still pick up growlers. You got to check their website. I think it's sometime between 5 and 7. And they're getting creative. They're working around COVID-19, and we are too. Welcome to the channel. Deadlow Brewery was founded by a couple brothers, the Ganem brothers. This is a passion of theirs that started in man caves and garages and grew all the way into their very own brewery. We're not going to get to meet them at the brewery today, and we're not even going to get to meet them in person. But on the other side of this warning, you're going to get to meet virtual Paul Ganem and virtual John Ganem of Deadlow Brewery. Back to the Ganem brothers. I have here virtual Paul Ganem and virtual John Ganem. John, can you acknowledge our video audience? Maybe a quick wave. All right, let's start over again. I need you to...
Alex, you said
That was
wave.
a part of the
You said
script.
wave.
All right, we'll do it
You
again.
told us before we started.
Wait, what?
Part 3, take 2. All right. Part 2, take 3, I think. Part 3, take 4. All right, part 3, take 5. And we're back with the Ganem brothers. Virtual Paul Ganem and John. Virtual John Ganem. Paul and John strategically located Deadlow Brewery along the Ohio River. And we're lucky they did that, because when those glaciers came through 14,000 years ago, they created a lot of Strava segments. And there are a lot of Strava segments to get after along State Route 52, which just happens to run on Kellogg Avenue right in front of Deadlow Brewery. Now, Michael Hansen tells us in the Ice Age of Ohio that these glaciers created a win-win situation for everybody. They created fertile soil, they created mineral deposits, and as of 2009, created lots of Strava segments. And that's what we're going to talk about in this episode. We're going to pick a Strava segment, and we're going to pair it with a Deadlow brew. So, Paul, rumor has it you do more work around the brewery than John. So I'm going to let you pick the first Strava segment. What do you think? Oh boy. Frank Willis Memorial. That is an excellent choice, and we're going to be back to talk about that Strava segment on the other side of this cut. and it's time for a post-ride libation. What's that, John? The stats on the climb? The segment is about 18 miles due east of Deadlow, so all you gotta do is take a right-hand turn, travel 18 miles, and there it is on your left side. It is half a mile in length, 300 feet in elevation, average grade of 8%, and a maximum grade of 16%. What Deadlow brew should we pair this with, John? A wit? That makes perfect sense. It's a Belgian beer, and this is Bike Month. And the Belgians are known for producing some of the greatest cyclists of all time, and rumor has it that Tom Bonin favored wits. We don't know much about Eddie Merckx's taste in beer. We just know he was the greatest of all time. So you mind if I have a taste of that? Thanks, John. Oh, it's refreshing. Now, John, if you were here in person, you could probably tell me all about it. But since you're not, and I only have a virtual version of you, I'm going to rely on allaboutbeer.com, which tells us a wit beer is a style of flavored wheat. It's distinctly Belgian in origin and is still very, very closely associated with this lowland country. Wits employ a proportion of unmalted wheat in the mash, but also have flavor added in the form of orange peel and coriander, among other ingredients. Their appearance is marked by a hazy white appearance, and the beers generally have some sedimentation. Typically, they're very refreshing summer thirst quenchers, and I might add post-ride thirst quenchers. Their popularity in the United States is growing, with some notable examples to be found. And I'd say this Bustle Stern is one of those notable examples for sure. John, Paul, thanks for coming down here to Pedaling Square's world headquarters for this virtual interview. Certainly appreciate the time, and I really appreciate the beer. And for all you at home, if you enjoyed this episode, please hit the like button, the subscribe button, and then we can give you notifications going forward of future episodes. John, do you mind if I finish that? Thank you, sir. Looking forward to next time.